Period in polling of the local government election begins at midnight tonight. The Election Commission informs that accordingly any form of election campaigning should not be carried out commencing midnight tonight. The local government election takes place on the 6th of this month to elect members for 339 local government bodies. More than 70,000 candidates compete in this election. The polling will be conducted at 13,759 centres and counting of votes will take place at 5,783 centres. Commissioner General of Elections Saman Sri Ratnayaka said that the 48-hour period that begins at midnight tonight is considered as a silent period. Nobody should engage in any violent activity during this period. The voter should be given freedom during the 2-day period to make a decision. A voter will be able to cast vote with or without having an official polling card. Each voter registered in their respective local government area has the right to vote. The only requirement is to bring a validated form of identity. A valid ID includes the national ID, foreign passport or temporary ID such as the ID issued by the Department of Pensions. The Election Commission also informs that employees in both state and private sectors should be given leave to cast vote. It reiterates that it is the responsibility of the employers to grant leave to their employees. The police is currently engaged in the process of removing posters and cutouts displayed on behalf of the local government election. Removal of such posters in the Ambalangoda area has taken place today.
The opposition leader Sajid Premadasa has presided over a public meeting of the Samagi Janapala Vega in Galigamu yesterday. The meeting was organized to consolidate the victory of the SJB candidates contesting the Galigamu Pradeshia Sabha. The opposition leader Sajid Premadasa said that the community-centered programs will be conducted with the cooperation of security divisions and police after receiving a majority victory at the local government poll.
The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna has conducted a meeting under the leadership of its national organizer Namal Rajapaksa in Rambukana yesterday. The aim of the meeting was to establish victory of SLPP candidates contesting the Rambukana Pradeshia Sabha in the local government election. National organizer of the SLPP, Namal Rajapaksa, said that the party activists are lining up for the victory of the SLPP. The party had worked for the country. The candidates are well known to the voters. Therefore, the voters could go to the polls and vote for these candidates without hesitation.
A public meeting of the Podujana Eksat Peramuna, including the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, was held under the leadership of SLFP President Nimal Siripala de Silva in Obesekarapura, Rajagiriya yesterday. The meeting was organized in connection with the establishing of victory of Podujana Eksat Peramuna candidates contesting the Kotte Municipal Council. President of the SLFP, Nimal Siripala de Silva, said the youth of the country should be given an opportunity to work within the political field. The SLFP is ready for a change. That change will start from the forthcoming local government poll. The party's aim is not only to secure power at the local government poll, but also to fulfill the services expected by the people. It will also provide the political strength for the party reform.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says the transformative change initiated at the presidential and the general elections should be safeguarded in the same manner at the upcoming local government election as well. She points out that transferring of power into the local government institution is essential to carry forward the transformative change. The Prime Minister has made these remarks addressing several public meetings in Homagama. Large crowds were present at the meetings held in Kirivattuduwa, Dampe, Nawalamulla and Magamana yesterday. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that all Sri Lankans are aware that the state of the country was when the NPP government assumed office. She said that not only the political culture that necessitated change, but a similar transformation was also required within the public sector. She said that the transformation is currently underway.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa has revealed today that a sum of over 600 million rupees had been handed over as compensation for houses damaged to 92 Pradesh Sabha and Herbal Council representatives during the Aragale period. The minister has made these remarks at a public meeting in Golambala today. He added that certain parliamentarians had received compensation in addition to insurance coverage and receipt of new houses from the government. Accordingly, former chairman of the Kegalle Urban Council had received 10.35 million rupees, former chairman of the Balangoda Urban Council 10.46 million rupees and former chairman of the Karandeniya Pradeshi Sabha 10.95 million rupees. Former mayor of Minuwangoda had received 12.25 million rupees, former chairman of the Minuwangoda Pradeshia Sabha 12.92 million rupees as compensation. In addition, former chairman of the Sitavaka Pradeshia Sabha 13.1 million rupees, Ratkama Pradeshia Sabha 13.99 million rupees and former Kasbava Urban Councillor 14.48 million rupees. According to the list, former Anuradhapura mayor had received 13.87 million rupees and former chairman of the Gampaha Pradeshia Sabha 22.16 million rupees and the Balangoda Pradeshia Sabha 23.35 million rupees. A former Minuwangoda Pradeshia Sabha member had received 26.75 million rupees and former chairman of the Hambantota Pradeshia Sabha 35.2 million rupees. Former chairman of the Kotikavatta Mulleriyawa Pradeshia Sabha 45.06 million rupees and the Dambulla Urban Council 62.79 million rupees. The mother-in-law of the former Kasbava mayor had received 39.2 million rupees and former Kasbava mayor 69.87 million rupees. The minister added that in addition to the state compensation, these representatives took insurance coverage as well as government houses. In more local stories, a Sri Lankan aircraft which arrived at the Katunayaka airport from Chennai, India was subjected to special security check this afternoon. The comprehensive inspection was carried out according to an information received regarding the presence of a suspected wanted India in the aircraft. In a press release issued by Sri Lankan Airlines mentioned that the search was carried out in coordination with local authorities following an alert from the Chennai Area Control Centre. According to the alert, a suspect wanted in India was believed to be on board. Sri Lankan Airlines said that the aircraft thoroughly inspected and subsequently cleared for further flying operations. According to the press release, there was no suspected passenger found in the plane.
The Department of Meteorology forecast intertropical convergence zone where winds from the northern and southern hemispheres converge further affects the island's weather. Fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in Sabaragamuwa, central, southern and Uba provinces and in Ampara and Batticlaw districts. The department also informs the general public to take the necessary measures to minimize accidents caused due to strong winds and lightning that would accompany heavy rains. Heavy rains have necessitated to lift by 1 feet each of 2 sluice gates in the Kantale reservoir. Irrigation engineer Kantale says this facilitates the release of 400 cubic feet of water in a second. Overflowing of water in the Nuwara Vava, Anuradhapura has been witnessed as a result of heavy rains lashing on the upper catchment areas. The excess water is being released to the Malwatu Oya. The irrigation department says it will be compelled to open all sluice gates in the event of a significant increase in rainfall. The Police Media Division in a media release says investigations on the ragging incident at the Sabaragamuwa University have been handed over to the CID. According to the release, the Samanalavawa police station had recorded statements from 20 university students who had been subjected to ragging. This was according to a complaint received by the Samanalavawa police station on the 2nd of this month over an incident of ragging on a second-year technical faculty student of the Sabaragamuwa University on the 29th of last month. Further investigations on the incident were handed over to the CID according to a directive of the acting IGP.
A media briefing to enlighten the relevant groups on the 2025 State Vesak Festival was held at the Government Information Department this morning. This year's State Vesak Festival will be conducted from the 10th to the 16th of this month, centering on the Nuwara district. Chief Registrar of the All Ceylon Shasanarakshaka Mandalaya, Venerable Mugunuwela Anuruddha Thera, said that this year's State Vesak Festival will be conducted under the theme Let's Associate with Noble Friends of Good Qualities. It will be conducted under the full sponsorship of the 3 armed forces and the Ministry of Defence. It is also hoped to resume the development of several projects which had been left abandoned in the Nuwara district during the State Vesak Festival. Nuwara District Secretary Nuwara District Secretary RADTN Thenakon said that according to the Ministry of Public Administration, themes have been reserved for each day of the festival from the 10th to the 16th of this month. Commissioner of Buddhist Affairs Asela Madhushankar said that the Department of Buddhist Affairs, through the instructions and guidance of the Ministry of Buddha Sasana and Cultural Affairs, has organized programs to enhance spiritual development centering on all divisional secretariat divisions in the Nuwara district. According to the cabinet paper issued by the Minister of Public Administration, all taverns and meat selling places throughout the island will be kept closed on the 12th, 13th and 14th of this month. Registrar of the Provincial Shasanarakshaka Mandalaya, Nuwara, Venerable Kiroruwe Dhirananda Thera, said that this year's State Vesak Festival will be conducted based upon offerings on the sacred Triple Gem. The Thera extends an open invitation for all to join the Vesak celebrations.
A complaint was submitted to the Criminal Investigation Department against former chairman of the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha today. Leader of the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha team of the National People's Power, Brihan Abdeen, has filed a complaint over transferring through illegal documents a land of nearly 11 acres in extent value at 210 million rupees. Leader of the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha team of the NPP, Brihan Abdeen, said that the complaint was made following the evidence they received related to a misuse of 11-acre land. He said that the former chairman of the Vattala Pradeshya Sabha allegedly attempted to change the ownership of the land by using falsified documents. He said that all documents related to evidence were handed over to the Criminal Investigation Department.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stated that the removal of landmines in the northern and eastern provinces not only constitute the elimination of physical threats and danger, but also address a national imperative aimed at restoring the dignity, livelihoods and peaceful living conditions of the people. The Prime Minister made these remarks at the event of donor coordination and appreciation ceremony of the operational program for removal of landmine organized by the Ministry of Urban Development, Construction and Housing held yesterday at the Gold Face Hotel in Colombo. The Prime Minister said that she would extend her sincere gratitude to all the partnerships that are involved in this humanitarian cause of the removal of the landmine. Although born out of the needs that emerged in the aftermath of the war, removal of landmine addresses a matter of great national imperative. This process not only eliminates physical danger, but also reaffirms our commitment to restoring dignity, livelihoods and a peaceful future for the affected communities. Unveiling the official website of the National Landmine Removal Centre has also taken place at this occasion. Presentation of prizes to the winners of the drawing competition of school children in the north, as well as handing over of souvenirs to representatives of donor countries as a token of appreciation for their cooperation also took place. Minister of Urban Development, Construction and Housing Anura Karunatilaka and foreign representatives were also present.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jatisa says that the Mannar District Hospital will be turned into a fully fledged hospital with physical and human resources. He made these observations following an inspection tour at the hospital. The Mannar District General Hospital will be taken over by the central government and developed according to a specific plan. The aim is to provide a qualitative and optimum health service to the people in the Mannar district. The minister further said on this occasion that as a remedy to overcome the existing shortage of staff of the hospital, steps will be taken to assign to duties in this hospital of physicians who return to the island following completing overseas training. The cadres will also be filled through staff who complete training in local hospitals. Preparations are also underway to provide a CT scanner for patient treatment services.
And now we take a look at more local stories in brief. A Social Science Day event organized by the Social Science Studies faculty of the University of Ruhuna took place at the university premises recently. Vice Chancellor Senior Professor P. Jayantha has presided over the event. The objective is to socialize the knowledge of social science and to create social professionals. The Colombo Magistrates Court has granted permission to the police today to detain and interrogate the main suspect of the Dan Prasad murder case who was arrested in the Cinnamon Garden Police Division last evening. The court has also ordered to present a progress report on the investigations. Free cataract operations were performed on 500 eye patients in the Nuwara district recently at the Nuwara District Hospital and Hatton Base Hospital. The event was organized by the Association of Eye Specialists.
Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath says that the fertilizer subsidy being granted to the farmers by the government continues as usual. He requests farmers not to be deceived by false propaganda carried out by certain media in this connection. The Deputy Minister has made these remarks participating in an observation tour at the Agrarian Service Centre in Girithale, Polonnaruwa. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath said that there are ample stocks at the agrarian services centres throughout the paddy farming areas in the country. He accused that certain organised groups are working to create a panic among farmers by spreading rumours saying that there is a shortage of fertiliser. He said the Ministry of Agriculture has taken steps to expedite the fertiliser distribution among the farming community. Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas.
පළාත් පාලන මැතිවරණයට පෙරවදනක්
Walk and talk with Chamara.
මේ 4 ඉරිදා රාත්‍රී 7ට ජාතික රූපවාහිනියෙන්.
Welcome back. We move on to news overseas now. A novel experience will be added. In the meantime, Labour's Anthony Albanese has defied the so-called incumbency curse to be re-elected Australia's Prime Minister in a landslide.
Now, the opposition leader Peter Dutton conceded defeat following his party's disastrous performances at the election. The official vote counting won't finish for days, but Albanese's centre-left government will dramatically increase its majority after the Conservative Liberal National Coalition suffered a thumping defeat nationwide. Labour leader Albanese said that the Australian people have voted for Australian values, for fairness, aspiration and opportunity for all, for the strength to show courage in adversity and kindness to those in need. Coalition leader Peter Dutton, who lost his own seat of 24 years, said he accepted full responsibility for his party's loss and apologised to his MPs. Following the result, the UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio both said they looked forward to deepening their bilateral relations with Australia.
ගම හැදෙන්නම ඕනේ. මේක තමයි වෙලාව. මේක තමයි හරිම වෙලාව.
අපේ හාමුදුරුවනේ ගමේ පාලම කෝක්කුව හැදෙන්නේ කොතනින්ද? ගම හදන්නේ කවුද?
ගාඩිය සුවඳට ආදරය කරන.
පොඩි මිනිහගේ හඬට තැනක් ලැබෙන. උදා වෙනවාමයි කියලා කියන්න. හැමදේම මිත්‍රයෝ.
Taking a look at the sports developments for tonight, a novel experience will be added to the rugby fans of Sri Lanka through a rugby series between the visiting New Zealand and Sri Lanka teams.
The participating New Zealand team represents under 85 kilogram category. Presentation of sponsors and the official jersey of the tournament has taken place in Kandy yesterday. The New Zealand rugby team is comprised of 28 players and 6 officials. The team has arrived in the island recently. This was the team's first official tour. The last time a New Zealand team visiting the island was reported in the year 1907. The first of the 2 match series is scheduled to commence at the Nittavela grounds, Kandy, at 4 p.m. tomorrow. The second match is scheduled to take place at the Racecourse grounds, Colombo, at 6 p.m. on the 10th of this month. A media briefing held to enlighten on the tour was attended by New Zealand rugby team captain George Percival and team members New Zealand ambassador David Pine and chief coach Natai Walker. Sri Lanka Rugby Association officials and captain of the Sri Lanka rugby team Ratwata were present.
And with that, we wind up tonight's national news telecast. We come to you live at tomorrow, same time, same place. It's me, Sonal, alongside Sherifa. Have a good night.
Good night.